Hello everybody, Multiman37 back here with another review, this time of the deluxe Deep Specter icon from Kamen Rider Ghost. This is the power-up icon that is given to Kamen Rider Specter in order to become Deep Specter, which is kind of like a token boost form for Specter, in a way. So first we'll take a look at the box and then the icon itself. Now, I do have the Deep Slasher, but I'm going to save that for another review because both these toys have different functions, being that this one is an icon that actually has its own lights and sounds, and it would take really too long. So, here we are at the front of the box. We got Kamen Rider Specter in the Deep Specter Damashi, which looks awesome, except the little purple lines go running down his mouth all kind of bug me, but other than that, this form looks awesome. You know, the deluxe Deep Specter Ghost icon on the side just has, I guess, the contents, and on this side it shows the devices it can be used in. Bottom is a bunch of gibberish, but on the back is, of course, everything that is involved with this icon. Sorry, my bad. I just ate. How rude of me. So let's take a look at the Deep Specter icon. This is This is a personal icon. This is not based on any hero, since it is a personal icon. Now, this icon was given to Specter. The whole premise of it was Edith finished creating this icon to harness the power of the Gammizers and whatnot, and he wanted to give it to Takeru, but Makoto saw how, unstable this icon was, and so he decided to take it himself, and he even gave it the sticker on top, because when he touched it, this sticker appeared, so that's interesting. And he's actually able to control it quite well, I'm not gonna lie, but there are some drawbacks. So it is done out in a translucent purple plastic. You know, the speaker right here, you have the reset button in the same place where the reset button on the Token Boost and Necrom icon were. The eye here is quite strange. This is supposed to be a plain old eyeball without any eyelids, and yet it looks like it's giving an angry stare, which bugs me because it's a bare eyeball. It shouldn't be able to do that. However, the eye itself is, the lens is done up in red. However, instead of being the standard circular iris, the iris is done out in a slit, kind of like an evil eye, and it is, the sticker for it is very glittery, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty glittery, but yeah, it's giving you the death glare. I'm not lying, that's quite menacing, actually. So yeah, you got the letter D, Deep Specter, and this is the face for Deep Specter Damashi. Again, you have the QR code on the back. If you want to scan it, go ahead. It already comes with 2 watch-size batteries, so you don't have to put any of your own in. Sound effects by itself are thus. And surprisingly, the first sound isn't the activation sound. That is not the activation sound for this icon. That's not it either. That's the one. That's the one that that's the sound that it makes before he uses it. So it goes back to that, and of course you can hold the button down. And it will repeat that sound. But that's all it does by itself. The real fun comes in when you use it in the Ghost Driver. So let's get things started. Hold on. So let's get this thing ready. Oh wait, before I start this up, all the sounds come from the eyecon. It isn't like the token boost icon where the phrase is actually in here, and this just gives a little bit more extra phrases for it to say. All the sound effects, even for the henshin, are in here, so it's kind of like the Necrom icon where you have to put it in quickly and close it immediately. So, I'm gonna do that. Henshin. The icon itself gave off its purple light, but the Ghost Driver, for some reason, gave off the orange light, which makes no sense. This is Spectre, not Ghost. I definitely would have liked it if the driver would have displayed the blue light rather than the orange light. I guess it would have just complemented well. And in case you not yet didn't hear what it said, I actually had the spear from my legacy Thunder Megazord, and I can actually do this. This is what it said during the beginning. It said, "Dive too deep." And then you kind of heard the Gyotogiro in the sound effect there. So let me just reactivate the henshin. Trying to get rid of that darn glare as best as I can, but screw it. So, he has, before we get to the attack, it'll actually play something called Gekijo Specter, which, Gekijo Specter is when he gets wings in his Deep Specter form, so it would be called Gekijo mode, I think. So let's pull out the handle. And it kind of did the Gira Gira Miro sound effect as it played, which is interesting. So now Spectre in Deep Spectre Damashi would have wings, which is pretty cool. He only did it a few times. He never actually used it to fly. It was more for like flight attacks, like high jump kicks or high flying kicks, I guess. Now, next up, you actually get the traditional Omega Drive and Omedama. Although this calls it the Giga Omega Drive, and now, if you want to get Giga Omedama again, you only really need to pull it twice. Unfortunately, there is no way to get Gekijo Specter again unless you were to de-henshin and then re-henshin again. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it. Now, in case you didn't hear the Gira Gira Miro in the first part, let me get that out of the way. So this is the Gira Gira Miro that you couldn't hear because of the Ghost Driver was obstructing the thing. So that would be the sound effect that would play while the Ghost Driver would do its Kaigon. So overall, this is another pretty cool icon. I actually really do like the Deep Specter form. It's actually pretty darn awesome. I like it. Spectre is actually a pretty cool character in the series, I'm not going to lie. And this is definitely a cool icon to have, so hey, I ain't complaining. But yeah, I definitely say pick this up. It is pretty cool. It is pretty worth it. So I will see you guys later. Take care.